This is a stay-at-home grandma, and for some reason or other, I don't know what this is doing, but anyway, this is a stay-at-home grandma. I'm trying to do this on a camera, and it says orientation is locked, rotate device. I'm not rotating my device. I want it that way. Gee whiz. Anyway, I'm going to be making some breakfast. Let me fix these legs on this, or as we would call it, brunch. I'm going to be making some dinner. But I gotta tell you what happened, okay? So it's enough that my my grandson, departed from here and stuff like that. His sister went away to go to the funeral, and she's on her way back now. But now, mind you, my first husband and I, we get along okay because we had two children together. One of them, as some of you already know, my son has recently departed this world about a year ago due to a sickness. Okay, so my daughter calls me, I want to say Thursday, maybe Friday, and tells me, "You're not going to believe this." And I'm like, I can believe anything at this point. My brother-in-law, they're still my brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws. My sister-in-law actually lived with me for a little while, and I was married to somebody else. But that's how our family works. Anyway, my brother-in-law had a young man. I don't know exactly. I think he has to be about my granddaughter's age, Amira's age. He's about 20 or 21. Anyway, he killed himself, shot himself in the head. We don't know why. I don't know this boy. I've never seen this boy. But I still feel the compassion because these young people are hurting and nobody seems to know that and know what to do with them. You know what I mean? And know what to do for them, and I guess they don't know how to talk or anything like that. It would seem that they would talk because I hear some of them answering their mothers and fathers in the store, and I just scratch my head and hope that nobody gets their head slapped off. But I'm perplexed at this point. I'm just perplexed at this point. I can't believe that this is happening to so many young people. Not just my family, but everybody's family is going through it in some way or another. Anyway, I'm going to drag this over to the stove, see if this will work. I'm trying to take pictures with my camera and everything like that because I'm just trying to learn, so learn along with me. Anyway, but before I go, let me tell you, my husband sprayed oven cleaner in the house. I guess he forgot that we're not supposed to be spraying aerosol sprays, and I'm not supposed to have dogs, and I'm not supposed to have cats, rats, pigs, or termites or anything like that. Especially the off oven cleaner, because it goes, okay, let me explain to you. I cannot hear in this ear, not completely. I have some hearing, but mostly partial hearing. Of course, I wear glasses. So this this sense right here is strong. It's been strong since I was a little girl, okay? Because I've been wearing glasses almost since I was 13, 12, something like that, So when I had the stroke, certain things like I only have half capacity of voice, okay? And that's fine with me. I can't sing anymore, but I don't really care. So I smell things. So I'm coming down the stairs and I smell it and I immediately start choking. Scared him half to death, okay? So yesterday I didn't come on. And then Friday night I didn't come on. And then yesterday I didn't come on because I still wasn't feeling good. And then, in the nose situation and stuff like that, I'm trying to say it without being gross, but I was blowing out some blood, not a lot, but some blood, and that happens, okay, because it's happened to me before. And then I had the mucus and stuff like that I was coughing up. So he comes upstairs this morning and says, "Are you all right? Do you need to go to the doctors?" Whatever. And I'm like, "I'm not going to the doctors for this. We've been through this before." I said, "But you seem to forget, okay?" He said, "Well, I did." Fast forward to now, I've been thinking because he's been forgetting a lot of things that he needs to go talk to the doctor at the VA and see what might be wrong because his mother had Alzheimer's and a couple of other people in his family. So that doesn't mean a thing because he can get Alzheimer's or dementia anywhere, but he's not having dementia things. I know what that is. But, you know, he just has to probably just talk to his doctor and see what he can do about it because it's very strange that he would forget things like that or, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go. Let's go over to the stove and let's see what we can put down on the stove. And yeah, got a little pan there, I think. I got to bake some chicken. And I'm just going to bake some plain chicken, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. So how's everybody doing? I'm doing fine, other than, my little bout with whatever happened. I think, okay, let's just turn this around so you can see. Okay, if I lower it just a little bit maybe. Okay, I'm just going to put this here, all right? And then I'm going to, yeah, all right. And then I'm going to, lower this just a little bit, I believe. Yeah, that's good. So, get some eggs out. Hold on. So I got some eggs out. I think I'm going to make an omelet. What do you think? And if anybody comes in, just, that I'm on the, here I am. But I want you to see me cooking, so. Do I lower this just a little bit more? Yes. So this is the pan I'm going to use. I think I'll make an omelet with some cheese and some onions. So here it is. I'm going to get my little chopping board. I'm going to chop right on the stove. So I guess it's safe to say we've had an unusual couple of weeks. But that's the way it goes. still can't completely see it, so if I lower it down just a little more. So that goes into, here's the onions, that goes into the pan. This one I think I'm putting in is some onions, let them get a little bit caramelized, and then put in some cheese and 2 eggs. I'm gonna put this back in the refrigerator. After I do this, then I'll take you over, I'll eat, we'll talk, and then I'll take you over to the chicken, clean it and everything, and put it in the oven. As a matter of fact, let me get this oven on. So, let me do these eggs. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a bowl. This is poured in. So, to 1 minute, because I don't know if you can see it or not. Don't know whether I should turn it around the other way or what. Let's see if we can turn this around the other way. How do I do that? Nope. So now I'm going to get my cheese and I'm going to put it in. Just on a little bit of cheese. I usually do peppers and tomatoes and onions and some jalapenos. I don't feel like being bothered with all that today. Okay, so this is a different kind of almond kind of rope ahead. I'm going to turn this off. Take this off the stove. Put this over here because I got to use it again. Get myself a plate. Now while I'm waiting for this to cool, make myself some coffee. At least I think I will. Back is hurting me. Everything's hurting me today. It is what it is. That's the oven. I'm going over here. Make myself some coffee. I think I'll turn this around so you can see me going to the coffee maker. Sit down. So I'm going to the coffee maker, but I gotta sit it so that you can see where I am going. There it is, right there. Okay. So. Should have put the coffee on, but I'm kind of disorientated today. I'm gonna get a spoon. Okay. So I made my coffee. Did it backwards, but hey, who's counting? So I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna put some coffee creamer. This is my coffee creamer. This one here. And I'm going to slowly sit down. I'm gonna cook today. I don't care what anybody says. It is important that I try to cook and try to do things even though, I'm kind of disabled. I'm not disabled like other people, but I have my belts, and like I said, I had my belt with this chemical that he sprayed. I don't know what to make of that. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have something to eat. And then I had to say my prayers. It's a beautiful Sunday. It is. It was 58 degrees. I'll get some salt. It might have gone up a little bit, who knows? I'll find out in a little bit and tell you. I was so tired this morning. And I don't know why, because I went to bed, I go to bed about 10 o'clock. I go to sleep about 11:30, so I don't know why I was so tired, but I was. And, I'm just wondering. I guess it could be the stress of just everything happening. You know what I mean? And you can't do anything about it because you can't do anything. I mean, they're dead. It's just the thing that got me was, even though like I said, I don't know him, he's still my nephew. He's my nephew's nephew, his nephew's son. And I don't know them that well anymore because I don't hang around them. It's not because I don't choose to, it's just because I could if I wanted to. My mother-in-law has asked me several times to come down and visit her before I got sick. I've got to call her too. But nonetheless, it's scary when young people do things like that. It's just scary out here completely. I'm wondering what we're going to do with the presidential election. I'm just saying. We'll see. So I'm going to try to this week attempt to, if we have a nice day. Let me see what the day is. So do some outside winter gardening just a little bit because it's the porch. It's not the back deck. It's not my yard. I'm also gonna I've talked to the insurance man. I'm gonna try to get him. If I can't get him in this week, because he's away running. He's a runner as well. He should be back sometime today, but I'll talk to him tomorrow. But if I can't get him this week, I'll try to get him on next week. Those things happen. And like I said, I thought he knew. But we'll get him on. So how's everything going? Hey, Ola Joe, how are you? What you crocheting today? I just made my brunch. You know, it's brunch. It's 2:14. It's brunch. And then I'm going to make some chicken, some baked chicken for dinner. I think I'll make some potatoes. I don't know. I'm not feeling too well. She's in ICU. What's wrong with Madonna? Every time I hear from home, it gets worse. If you want to go back and listen to the beginning, I'm telling you, keeping you up there with everything that happened, plus more. Every time I hear from home, it just gets worse. Somebody's in a hospital. Somebody's been in a car accident. God. I'll be all right. It's just one of those days. You know how that goes over. Is Madonna going to be all right, or what's happening? What? I didn't know that. Oh my God. So I feel better, much better after all, because it's not that bad. That's horrible. Oh my God. He did? Like I said, it's just a constant, never-ending battle of the battery. Tell them both I'll be praying for them, though. I think we probably need to go live and maybe offer a day of prayer or something like that in Harmony, because everybody's going through it. Everybody. It's awful. I mean, you expect people to die, we know that, but then to fall down and hurt you. But she's going to be all right, right? We need a day of prayer. We do. We need a day of prayer, no matter what religion you are. For those of us that are mindful of what's going on, we need a day of prayer, okay, and just coming together. Okay, if you want to pull it together with me, you can. Whoever comes, comes. Whoever doesn't, we just can't. But we just need a day of prayer. I don't care whether you're Catholic, Jewish, you know, whatever. We need a day of prayer. I know a lot of people that would like that. So how you doing, and how is everything with you? What is your nutritionist saying? Oh, this coffee is so good. If I don't do anything else, I make a pretty good cup of coffee. Okay? Sometimes even Starbucks can't do this good. Just I'm saying sometimes, because sometimes Star- Starbucks coffee is the bomb. And what's good about, well, I don't drink caramel macchiatos from Starbucks anymore, but I do get certain things from Starbucks that I like. But since I've gotten that whole coffee maker and the machine with that does the froth and all that other kind of stuff, I treated myself to that. I've been making my own coffee shakes and they're good. But Starbucks does some good things though, and every now and then I'll go by and I gotta have Starbucks. What used to be that when I was working, before I went to the school, I would stop and buy a paper, and then I'll buy a paper. I used to buy a paper. I don't even know whether they do that anymore. And then I'd stop at Starbucks and get my coffee. I'd always be in the school about an hour before, the kids got off the bus and everything in my office, and just sitting there reading the paper and checking my emails and all that. But then, okay, if they don't find anything wrong with your stool, I guess what I'm gonna do, okay, is for everybody maybe do a small segment on herbs and vitamins to take, that because when you're a certain age, okay, you need like D3 as a vitamin, you need B complex, and I take a lot of gummies. And now I have discovered that I was taking potassium gummies, so I've got to try to take two in the morning and two at night because my leg is still getting kind of stiff. It could be from something else, but we'll see. If not, I'm going to have to go back to the pills with the potassium. But there are so many things that are lacking in our body because our body is getting old, so we're depleted of many things. But what's good about it is, okay, you can take your supplements along with any medication they may give you. This also cuts down on the irritation from the medication, but it also helps to give you strength back and stuff like that because, like I said, like I said, I'm an herbalist. I've been an herbalist since I was a kid. My mother was an herbalist. Both grandmothers, my father's mother and my mother's mother, were herbalists. So, and then some of the women in the neighborhood, because we came in like a completely unconventional neighborhood. A lot of the women were from like Trinidad and Jamaica and Barbados and Bermuda, just to name a few. Some of them were from down south, so it was a homogeneous a type of a neighborhood. Some people were from China. It was really a good neighborhood. It was a good fix. We had a Chinese salon and everything like that. But I learned a lot of Chinese medicine and, whatever. And my mother and the woman that owned the laundry used to talk all the time and exchange things and medicines and things like that. So, because my mother was an LPN, but then she was into herbs and stuff like that, grooming her garden, all that. That's a story for another time. But I learned a lot from them. That's why I hung around those old ladies, because they would come to the house or we would go to their house and my mother would say, "Don't you want to go play with them?" No, not really. Yeah, I grew up in the South End in Boston. If you look it up, in the South End in Boston, and my father had a store in a barber shop, and then there was like on the corner there was a Jewish drugstore, Jaime, And then there was this the Greek restaurant, which is Charlie's restaurant, which is still open today in the South. And look it up on the computer, and it's still open today. It's now open by his. Okay, I want to say because Charlie was teaching me some Greek. I do know some Greek, not much, but he lived next door to us, and he had his restaurant, and then we lived upstairs over the stores. Okay, he had I'm thinking it's his great grandchildren that are now, because I'm thinking his son and his other two twin granddaughters, they would be a little bit older. They would be in their 80s now, I'm thinking. I'm not going to Michael's. I'm not going anywhere. See, okay, because I like to do many things. I love to knit. I knit almost every day. I haven't knitted for a couple of days because I hadn't been feeling well, but I've been doing other things too, just trying to get caught up, not caught up. I'm trying to stay caught up with what we have to do. So, you know what I mean? Because, like, for instance, the 7th of November, we have to tell them whether we're going to stay on, and we're going to have to stay on at least till the end of January because they haven't finished anything in the house. And then I walked through just the down store and I wasn't happy with anything. So, you know, that's another thing. So I have to extend it. So I had to call and do that. So I have now gone, I think though tomorrow or maybe, not tomorrow, but Tuesday, because I have to go to the dentist. I'm right there anyway, so I'll probably go to Michael's because I have a Michael's card. I think 2 of them. No, 1. Gift card from, I think, my birthday. That I haven't used. So, but I'm going to go get some. And I'm looking at the yarn up there, and I'm going to make this, I'm going to make that. I'm still working on my husband's blanket. It is so thick and everything like that, but I'm trying to figure out, because I'm designing it, how to design it, and then I'm going to have to put a piece of material on the bottom of it, on the inside of it, so that it will stay together. That's not the point. The point of the matter is to have some kind of a piece of material as backing for it and stuff like that. And I haven't even decided what color, because I was making the basket. I'll put that on the pictures online of that. I'm finished with that. I just haven't. I went all over the house to find one of those torches, just because I have to burn off the rest of the string and any of the other glue, right? Can't find it. Found this though, but I have no butane. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to go Tuesday. I have no butane. So my girlfriend, who was the chef, came over and said, well, I'll give you some butane. So I'll probably, when she comes over to visit me tomorrow, it has just been and everybody has it. So don't feel sorry, because that's not what I want. Okay, I'm going to start re-knitting and stuff this week. I'm going to put it up probably tonight. It's just been crazy. It's been one thing after the other, which is like everybody's life now. My daughter sees it as it's the family and oh my God and everything like that. And I'm saying you're not really listening to people then, and you're not paying attention, because everybody's got it. If somebody doesn't have an ulcer, they have it's just crazy. It's just, it's one thing after the other. And I think it's just because maybe my age and stuff like that too, because my mother said things will begin to change as you get older and you'll see things differently. I never actually saw things differently like that. I saw things as I saw things because I was a young seer, so to speak. I don't say that I'm prophetic or anything like that, because I'm not. I don't even want to take that title. But I do see things from time to time. Some things are nice and some things not so nice. you know. And the other thing is, I don't take it personal when something happens in our family, because something happens in everybody's family, you know. somehow or other, people think that it's them, but it's not them. It's everything. It's everything. It's the world around them. And some people just, I think, with my nephew, okay, and I can say that, like I said, I don't know him, but I know his father. I was there when his father was born, okay, um, because my mother-in-law was my father-in-law's second wife, so she was a little younger. So she had the baby. Okay, I had my son. He was about maybe a year old. Maybe between that, she had a baby. My son and him were the same age, so to speak. You know what I mean? So this is his son who killed himself, and I just want to know why. And then my daughter says, well, he was depressed and stuff like that. All right, then if that's the case, do something about it, parents. But again, I'm going to talk about that. And I think I'm going to do a whole thing on depression and everything like that and what to do, because I was a counselor. And I think that people are saying, I don't want to go and get counseling because counselors are, they're icky and blah, 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 so forth and so on. A lot of men say, oh, I don't need counseling and stuff like that. We all need it at some point in time. We all do, because we have to live in this world where people really don't give a darn about you. Some people do, and thank God for them. But the thing that I've learned is to take care of yourself first, and then everybody else falls into play. And it was, my mother never took care of herself. Never. I mean, no, let me get this straight. She took her showers. She kept herself really neat. She, kept herself clean. She was very meticulous about herself, but more meticulous about the family, more meticulous about what we ate, how we dressed, stuff like that. To get her to go to do her own hair was one of the things that she did. But she would send me to the hairdressers, first of all, because she couldn't do my hair, because my hair and her hair were two totally different programs. But second of all, because she wanted me to look good, and I would always tell her, why don't you go to the hairdressers? I don't want to. I don't have time. Always work, always was working, always was making something for somebody, always was knitting something for somebody, always was doing things for other people, and never took, and went to mass and everything like that, but never took time to enjoy herself. And it took me a long time. I was very grown, like I think in my late 30s, when I realized, yeah, you know what I mean. And when I realized, maybe a little bit older, that I've got to take care of myself. If I don't take care of myself, nobody else will, and everybody will just pull and pull and pull and pull, and I won't have anything left. And it's true. If you give everybody everything they want, they'll take everything you got, and you have nothing left. Nothing. So I think we need to do a prayer circle of some sort, and I think that we need to do something about taking care of yourself and whatever, because, and I think that though that's kind of the way I'm starting to go, because life has more meaning to it than just working, working, working. I'm not talking about a job. Everybody's got to work a job of some sort. Working, 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 but then when you're home, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, taking care of your husband or your wife, taking care of the floors, taking care of the dishes, all that other kind of stuff, which, like I said, I can't go to bed and leave any dishes in the sink. That's just not me. However, okay, there are some times when I look at the house and I go, oh, this house needs a good cleaning. And I say, but you know what, I need to go read a book. And then I come back later or the next day and I clean it. But that thought about you it just seems to pass us. It's like there is no us. Just everybody else has meaning and we don't. And that's not true. And even the Bible says, to thine own self be true. But then the other thing that he says is you love your neighbor as you love yourself. So if you break that down, okay, what he means is, okay, that in order for you to love anybody, you have got to have some love for yourself. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm better than you, I'm cuter than you, my feet are smaller than you, my feet are bigger than yours. That doesn't mean that. What it means is you have to take care of yourself. You have to nurture yourself. You have to like, you have to read. You have to think. You have to think for yourself sometimes. You have to do for yourself. Sometimes you have to even go away for the day or something like that. Say, bye, everybody. Take your knitting, take your book, get a good cup of coffee, whatever, go to the park and sit and just think and clear your brain And it took me a long time to do that. And to be perfectly honest with you, I wish I had learned it younger. Because I gave so much, like everybody else. Because even though my husband and I were divorced, and that was not, it was a good divorce for me, it was not good for him. Okay? Because he expected me to do everything. But then this is something I learned, and I just learned this yesterday from our daughter. I took our daughter yesterday because I took her out because she was just completely just engrossed in gloominess. So I said, come on, let's go get something for the other grandchildren because their mothers, my great grandchildren, which are her grandchildren. So let's go get some lunch for the grandchildren. We couldn't take them because they were moving their rooms around and everything like that. So I said, okay, I called the girls. I said, we'll go get something to eat. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give it to you and stuff like that. I'll tell you my reason for that in a minute. But anyway, so I go and I get my daughter who has suffered from depression on and off for years, okay? And she said to me, well, why would you do that? I said, I have no answers for that. I really don't. I've never had an answer for that. I don't think any psychologist, psychiatrist, counselor, whatever has an answer for that. We just try to do our best. And so I took her, to go get the kids' food and everything like that. And we dropped off the kids' food. Now, the reason why I got their food is because their mother was away at her brother's funeral. Her brother, we find out that her brother wanted to die because he didn't want to use his drugs anymore. That's all I'm going to say, and I don't blame him. But he's gone, and he's at peace. And he's with my son, so they should be doing good because he loved my son like it was his father anyway. But so my granddaughter decided she wanted to take the train because she just wanted to relax and not be rushed and everything like that. And I can understand that because she said she's just accepting Joey now, my other grandson. And I didn't know him like that because he was a grandson by another mother. But we take everybody into our family and try to love them the best that we can. All right. So then this happens, okay, with him. And my daughter says, I can't take it. And I says, yes, you're going to have to take it because you still have two little girls. One may be 20, one may be 17, but they still need you. And then your oldest daughter needs you when she gets back. So you've got to try to, be strong for her. Anyway, so I took her out. My grandkids, great-grandkids, on the other hand, okay, their mother is away. Their father is moving out because the mother and the father are separating. So the oldest daughter is getting his room. So, while glad she's having her own room, I am so very sure that she's upset by the whole thing. So, it's just a never-ending battle for closure and strength. So, just, older Joe, don't worry because you're going to be fine. Okay, I know this because I know this. Because you're like me, you're a fighter. You're not going to let them tell you can't do this and you can't do this. We'll find some other ways. If I don't find them, I know a lot of people that are still in the game. We might be a little bit old, but we're still in the game. And sometimes old remedies are better remedies than the new ones. I'm finding that out too. And I will also give you my phone number that if you need to call me and talk to me, you can. I'll send it to you somehow through your email and stuff like that, and you can talk to me and we can work this stuff out. And again, I have other people besides just me. Okay, I have a woman up the road that she's about my age. I don't think she's 75 though. I think she's either 73 or 74, but she has a whole farm. Okay, with everything that she grows and stuff like that. So we can talk to her. You can talk to, we'll find out who's in your area. We can talk to them and things like that. And we can try to piece this together because sometimes, not all, but some of the foods that we eat, I appreciate you too. You got me back knitting again. I don't think you even realize that because I couldn't use this hand. So I knit funny, but I knit, okay? I'm going to crochet. I'm going to learn how. I'm going this Thursday. It's only once a month, but I'm going this Thursday. And then I'll come back and I'll tell you how it is. And actually, I can film that. I think I haven't asked the daughter though, but the mother's there, so they'll probably let me. So, anywho, um, we just have to try to stay well together. But a lot of it is what I've really come to grips with is the fact that we as younger people, because I remember when McDonald's came in. But now McDonald's and Burger King were kind of wholesome because I worked at Burger King when I was a young mother, and one kid was in school and one kid wasn't. And I said to the boss, I said, one day they was just didn't have any help, and I said, I was standing there with my son, and he used to like the burgers when they were put. I don't know whether they have the char grill or not, but they would send them through this grill, and they would close it and everything like that. And that's what I did. And he said, we're so understaffed and stuff like that. I said, well, I can help. I said, but the only thing is, sometimes I'm going to have to bring my son. But he's a good guy. If he got he got something to eat, and he got his crayons and his coloring books and his little books and stuff like that, he's good. He said, I'll take anything. So I worked there a couple of days a week. All right, I said, and also I only want a couple of days a week. He said, well, a couple of days is better than no days at all. We established a really good relationship because he taught me a lot of things about cooking because he had gone to cooking school. So, but then Burger King became this fast food, and I'm not really sure what's in the meat now, either Burger King or McDonald's. However, I did take the kids chicken McNuggets and stuff like that because I just wanted them to have something wholesome and that was just that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? I'm sure that we just went again. I know I did. My mother was always cooking the meals and cooking from scratch and everything like that. And I know how to cook from scratch. I'm getting back into it a lot because I'm home more. But I know when I was working, and I was working like at the college, and then I was working at teaching at the college, and then I was at, counseling at the school, and then I was at the church. I was just busy. So lots of times I'd stop and I would think, okay, I'm going to get a salad. But, you don't rush your life like that with food. Food, I found out, and I've always known this because my mother said, food is like a talent, unwasted. I mean, wasted if you don't prepare it right and you don't put the love into it. So there was no love put in the food for me. It was just rush, rush, rush. You know what I mean? Except maybe for holidays and stuff like that, because, then I got that I'm happy and everything like that. And, like I tell everybody, Thanksgiving is my jam. Christmas, not so much. I cook a dinner and stuff like that. But Christmas, when everybody was home, it was different. It was fun. But now that everybody's scattered, and then the other thing that I believe that all the kids should, yeah. Yeah, but I did too, Olajo. I did, but it weighs heavily on your digestive system and everything like that because you're not paying attention to what it is that's actually in there. Like, for instance, the Bisquick, which I know how to make anyway, and I can make it more wholesome because of my flour and everything like that. But I would buy Bisquick, I would buy pancake mix. I know how to make pancake mix because I didn't have pancake mix when I was a little kid. But my mother knew how to make it. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to get back to that. And it doesn't take a whole, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you how to make all kinds of things and stuff like that. This is what I intend to do. Okay? It's to show you, and then you go from there. All right? I mean, because I knew all along that you could take sugar and grind it, okay, and then you have your frosting flour. But no, I would buy it. I know how to make butter. I know how to make all that because, like I said, my mother came from the country. Hey, Tiffany, how you doing? What's up? How's Michael? Tell him I said hi. Okay, my mother comes from the country. My father came from the country of Mississippi. My mother comes from the old country of Portugal, but, okay, she had been here, okay, but her family comes from the old country. So everything that my mother made, it was like, okay, my mother didn't have me till I was 30. And my mother would be like up Sunday morning, up early in the morning before going to work, making the rolls and everything like that, and having them rides and everything like that, and then tell me, okay, I gotta go to work, but when you come home from school, they should be risen, pop them down, knead it out and everything like that. And I liked kneading. I really did. You know, took it took the frustration out on the kids that picked on me because I was such a nerd. I was a nerd before time. And I would go to the library and get books and read them and stuff like that on cooking. I'm not sure where my book, I know my books are in the boxes, and I just hope that they're fine, because if not, I'm going to raise Cain. But anyway, that's another story too. But I really wanted to be a chef, but that was a no-no back in my day. And now I probably would have been on television. I guess, I don't know, or doing something crazy. But I mean, I'm fine with it, because it's better that you learn now than don't learn at all. It is 71 degrees. You hear me? 71 degrees. That's a beautiful day. Did everybody set their clocks back? I didn't, still woke up before time. I watch church online. My church does theirs online as well. So it starts at 10 o'clock. I turn it on. Now, mind you, the computer tells you what time it is, but I didn't look at down in the card in the computer. I turn it on. I'm like, what's wrong? Something like that. And then I realized it was 9 o'clock. Here she spins high. So, getting back to what we're doing, she spins. Listen, she's another one. We need to have a prayer visual for everybody. She spins. And then also, I'm going to attempt to teach you what I know about herbs and vitamins and things like that, because we need to get everybody needs to get themselves back into a line. They just do. I'm seeing cars going in front of the house. That's unusual. I mean, a whole lot of cars, not 4 or 5 cars, but I mean a whole lot of cars. Somebody must be having a party or something. And I guess because it's so nice, and I really have to take you all out in front and let you see this, where I'm at right now, because it is so beautiful. In fact, the church that I was pastor to is right on these grounds. So I guess I came home for a little while, who knows. But it's beautiful grounds for us. And then there's a whole bunch. I'm in a state house, so they are the insurance company is paying for the rent and stuff like that until our house is fixed. However, I go through the house. I got to tell you, I got to go do a whole segment. I'm going to try to take the camera with me so you can go through the house and I can see the things that they completely just kind of went over instead of doing what they were supposed to do. So I got out because I had to call the man to renew the contract, which they sent me back, and they said they're taking care of it. So while I had to call him to renew the contract, I went over the whole papers and everything like that. They have like a plethora of money that was allocated to them, okay, to do the house. but they seem to be just doing, painting it and not really doing it. So they're, in other words, let's say this. Let's say that they're doing $100 worth of work for $1 million worth of what they're supposed to be getting, which is not what they're getting, but I'm just saying that. So I'm gonna have to step in here and do some yelling because, that's not right. Because, again, they took it upon, not at all to be malign the insurance company, because they have been really wonderful to us. They took it upon themselves to put the property as completely destroyed. So it seems that they're just patching up things instead of doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that's not going to happen on my watch. And my husband has been right on it. But he's the one that never gets upset about anything. I'm not upset. And I'm not angry. I'm just going to get it done. Sometimes you just have to get your mouth in there and do whatever. But anyway, as soon as he goes out the kitchen, we'll go to the other side and I'll start the chicken. I'm going to bake this chicken and do some other things. I was thinking about having some mashed potatoes. What do you all think? I hate mashing potatoes, so I do. I think I have mashed potatoes. Well, we have the instant mashed potatoes, but I'm trying to get away from all that. Of course. I know, you're right about that, Ola Joe, because I need that extra hour too, even though I don't work anymore. I mean, I work because I'm on the computer. I do, like other things and stuff like that. Even the games that I play are work, because I do get a little bit of money out of them. If you want to, just go to Just Play. You get a few pennies, but at the end of the day, while you're playing and relaxing, you know that you're getting something back from it. So I switched from doing my games, just doing them through my brain, and I switched to Just Play, same games, okay, and I'm getting, at the end of the month, because I put mine in at the end of the month, the first month I made $12.30, this month I made about 10 something, whatever, but I just, anyway, yeah, yep, we do. She spins you awful quiet, what's up? Talk to me, she spins. What's happened? How's the grandchildren? And how are you? First of all, how are you? And what you cooking for dinner? Okay, so I think he's out of the kitchen. I love him. Don't worry about that. But I can be upstairs doing whatever and stuff like that. Come downstairs in this kitchen. He's right here. And I tell him when I'm filming, kind of stay out the kitchen, but I don't know. I guess he misses me. So, let's go over here and let's start this chicken. I don't know, when am I going to put the chicken in? Let me get all that out and stuff like that. I think it's just a little chicken for him and I. I'm going to bake it. Then whatever left over, I'm probably going to make some chicken soup or something like that. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know whether I'm going to make rice or... See, rice is always my go-to. So we got to take this... I'm going to take you with us. I'm trying to level it. Okay, I guess that's the best that I can do right now. Okay, so the chicken is in the sink. Okay, so I've washed the chicken off. I'm gonna cut a few things. I'm gonna get another I had to get another cutting board. So this cutting board's a little bit better. Then I'm gonna go get the pan. I thought the pan was up here, but it isn't. It's down there. Be right back. Play with each other nicely. So this is my Pampered Chef bowl. I'm going to use this. Put that up there. It's a pretty bowl, isn't it? I'm selling Pampered Chef. I'll have it up online in a couple of days. Excuse me. I've been just completely floored at what's been going on in my family. And I've had to be there for my great-grands and my grands and everything, so maybe with a little bit of rest. And by the way, okay, what are we cooking for Thanksgiving? Does everybody got, I know it seems like it's far away, but it's not. Okay, so I'm not doing anything with it. I'm not going to do any stuffing with this. I'm going to make some stuffing. Okay, and but I'm going to do that after I do this. I'm going to just season it on both sides. So, I'm using my trusty seasonings that I have. This is garlic pepper. This is garlic and herbs, all-purpose seasoning. It's kind of a rustic Tuscan style. This is onion powder. This is a little bit of garlic salt. I'm only going to use a little bit of this. I think that's it. I mean, this is garlic seasoning, salt-free. 2 different types of garlic seasoning. Now, this is pepper. This is salt. This is the soul seasoning. You're going to have to look this up because the store that it applies in here might not be the store that because it's like 2 or 3 little stores. So you're going to probably have to look this up online. I'm going to put this on. Okay, that's about a half a teaspoon. I'm not going to measure all the stuff out right now. What happened? Oh God, yeah, the upper respiratory. This is amazing how they're hacking up stuff. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit of garlic pepper. I'm going to put some garlic salt, not much. I'm going to put some herb and garlic all-purpose. I'm going to put the salt-free herb, garlic and herb seasoning. It's a different type of a seasoning. I'm not putting any hot peppers on this one. No crushed red peppers. I don't know why, but I'm just not. Onion powder. Okay. A little bit of salt. It's 10 rounds. A little bit of pepper. All right. So now, this is what I do. I'm using the chicken broth. I'm coughing away. Okay. Now, people tell you don't cook with aluminum foil and stuff like that. I don't cook with it much, but I do cook with it. I'm making just a little tent. Well, I think I'm making a tent anyway. So I won't stick to it. Then I'm going to open up the oven. Now, the oven is set at 350. This is heavy. Okay, so that's in. So now, I'm trying to think of what to do. So I think, I don't know, let's look in the refrigerator and see what vegetables we have, huh? Help me along. Because we didn't do much vegetable shopping either. So let's see what we got. We got spinach. You got spinach. Oh. Do I make spinach and rice or spinach separately? Spinach separately in a small little pan. I'm going to put the spinach in, rinse it off, put it in, but I'm not going to cook it yet. I'm going to cook it in the chicken broth. I'm going to rinse it off again in a minute. I got to take the okay, so that's it for us. We could use this again, because like I said, it's only just me and I. But okay, so now with spinach, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take these little rounds off. You know, the stems. I'm going to put it right here because then I'm going to wash it off. Even though they say it's washed off, I don't believe in that. So what else is new? Yeah, that phlegm is something else because I had it for a little while. And for me, okay, it was like something I usually don't get. If anybody, I've never had COVID, thank God, but if anybody's had it, they know that that phlegm is not any good. I know this might seem to be a pain, but I can't stand these stems. And I guess the farmers, when they're putting them in the bag, they can't stand them either, but they want to give us something to do, so they grew it. So again, what's anybody, I know it just seemed to come so fast, but it's here. And it's like 2.5 weeks away, I think. We're having a all around the town yard sale next Saturday too. So I'm going to try to take pictures of it. It was something that we usually only do twice a year, but somebody got the right idea. So the mayor said, oh, what the heck, why not? So I'm going to go put my tables in front of the other house, and my girlfriend is going to put hers in front of the house as well. And we can use part of the house because the bathrooms are in, and the light fixtures, the light and everything's in, so we can use the light because we got to make some coffee. We have to make some coffee. So I'm going to stay there, don't move. I'm trying to go through and see what has to be done without having to take out any more. And what I'm going to try to do I think I got like 2 or 3 more. Let's see, there's one. Another one. Okay, I think we're done. Nope, we're not. Here's another one. And these things right here, you can get into your teeth, and at least they get into mine, so. This all goes down in the garbage disposal. I'm getting a garbage disposal, by the way. All right, so now I'm going to get a strainer because I'm going to strain this out. Then I'll season it, and I will put it on the stove, but I won't. This will be the last thing I'll cook. The spinach takes like maybe 10 minutes to cook. Okay, so now I'm going to season this, all right, with pretty much the same seasonings. Garlic pepper. I gotta get some more, I think. That's about half a teaspoon. I'm learned by the shakes now. What was half a teaspoon and what's a tablespoon? What's a teaspoon and whatever? That's just garlic pepper. Garlic salt. I'm going to need some more of this. I'm going to have to try to find it. This is onion powder. Okay, salt and pepper. $10 rounds. 10 around, you know, if you have one of these. Same with this one. Because I'm going to stir this up. Now I'm just going to leave this at the top of the stove for now, okay? Put a cover on it. All of my covers are in the dishwasher. That's what I use the dishwasher for, my covers. Oh, I just learned something new. This is something else altogether different. I didn't even know that happened. I don't like dishwashers. I never have, so that's covered. Do this for the other one. Okay, so now I've decided, because I can use rice, okay, but I can use rice again. So I'm going to get some rice, and I'm going to rinse that out. So I guess we'll use a cup and a half of rice. How about that? Now, I have jasmine, basmati, and just regular rice. What do you think? Which rice should I use? Hurry up and tell me, because I'm getting ready to go over. See where my jars are? I think I'll just use regular rice today. And I'm going to use a cup and a half of that. I can get this out right. Let me get some more white rice too. And when I go shopping Tuesday, that's a cup. I think the cup is enough. So I'm going to take this rice, I'm going to rinse this rice off, even though it's Uncle Ben's, and they say don't rinse it off, I still rinse it off. Here's what I'm going to do. I got to turn this upside down and see what you're saying. Yeah, it is. Mahatma rice is so good. I should have got the jasmine rice, but it was way in the back. And to be perfectly honest with you, I was too lazy to go and take all those jars out. See, like I said, when you get used to one thing, it's hard to get used to another thing. In my kitchen, in the house, let me see if this is the one. Okay. So let's get this rice in. Okay. Now, I'm going to pour the rest of the chicken broth in there and then some water. Just a little bit of water. Chicken broth, okay, makes it really taste really good. And pour a little bit of water because it wasn't, you know, like a whole. Now, I'm going to salt my water. Let me turn this around so you can see it. I put 12 in. Wash this off too because it was in there. All right. Then I'm going to put some butter in. I know I have to put some more butter in here. This is a teaspoon of butter. I'm going to turn this on and bring it to a boil and then turn it down and then put the lid on. Wait for it to boil. So I'm going to bring you over and I'm going to sit down. I really need another cup of coffee, don't you think? Like I said, I'm in my pajamas today. I'm walking slow. When I go upstairs, I'll take a shower, put on clean pajamas because I'm not getting dressed today. Ooh. I was wondering what to do for dessert. Because I made a cake the other day and that's almost gone. And my great-granddaughter is coming over tonight to spend the night because more coffee. You got that right. Yeah, it does have the pocket, so it gives you the illusion that it's, um, in fact, all of my long sleeve ones look like it's something that you could wear out. I wouldn't, but yeah, but it gives you the illusion. You want me to make cobbler? Tiffany, are you kidding me? I don't even, the only thing I think I have is canned peaches. I don't have any ripe peaches. I don't even think we can get, well, we can, but I don't know that they'll be all that good. 71 degrees. I hope that it stays that way. Peach cobbler. Cobbler. Well, we have a cake that's not finished. Let me see if I can make, maybe I can make a small, I'm just thinking about it because maybe I'll do that tomorrow and come on, because that's a little bit of work and I got to get everything together for that. I do have the canned peaches. So what I've discovered about the canned food is that the organic canned food and stuff like that, and the older canned, not the older, what I mean by older is like Libby's and Del Monte and all those, really don't add anything to their cans. They can the same way that we would can if we were canning, which I'm going to start doing, but you know, so, and just in case, because they're saying that they're going to be out of things and whatever, who knows, okay? It's not been the same since COVID. I get a lot of canned goods and put them in. I read the back of them. If I can understand what's in it, then I buy it. If I don't understand what's in it, and I just put it back. But, and then we get food from the USDA. I don't turn it down because I usually give most of it away. And I won't turn anything down because if I can't use it, somebody else can use it. You know what I'm saying? So I try very hard to, I always successfully give most of it away, if not all of it. In fact, maybe next Thursday, because maybe this Thursday, I'll probably take you with me. Betty won't mind. And, you know, we can tell how every person is trying to help one another out. Cobbler. Tiffany, cobbler. Michael says peach cobbler. But see, you're so far away, I can't send you a piece. Man. I'm telling you, okay? So I'm boiling, the rice is boiling. As soon as it starts to boil and you'll see it bubble and stuff like that, then I will turn it down really, really low and put the top on. That's how I cook rice. That's how my mother taught me to cook rice. I think everybody cooks rice differently. I have seen, like, I don't know how many rice recipes. I'm gonna stick with the one that I know I know good. I do good. Okay? The only thing is, like I said, I've started rinsing my rice off again. Well, I could always I could always send you a fruitcake. I'm just kidding. I don't even make them anymore. I made those things like 200 years ago when my kids were little. And for some reason or other, because I put either whiskey or scotch in it, that was my form of drinking, because I drank neither whiskey nor scotch. I drank gin, and I didn't do that much drinking, which is why I have a lot of my faculties, I think. Well, the jury's still out on that. But, and all my friends would be like, dang, it was so moist and everything like that, because people did not really, my grandmother did different kinds of fruit cake with fruit in it. I have not attempted to make a fruit cake since Joey was, and for those of you who don't know Joey, he's my son, he's deceased, since Joey was little, okay? But my friends liked him. But it's okay, you know what? Michael's gonna get well, he's gonna go back to work, you're gonna get a nice house. This is all the things that I pray for you to have. You're gonna get a little nice house and things like that. When he's all well and everything like that, he will be able to probably go and buy a house rather than try to rent a house, because there are all kinds of programs and grants and stuff like that, which when he's ready, I will start sending you them. And the thing is, try until you do it. You know, it's like riding a horse. Keep trying to get on until you really ride off into the sunset. Get yourself a nice little house, and then I can come visit. Or y'all can save some money and come out this way and visit me. That would be nice. Joey would like that. So would I. And we could sit down and I could make you some things, and Tiffany, you could make me some things, because I'm sure that your cuisine is so much better than mine is, because it's Asian, and I know you know I love Asian food. Now I have never. It's almost boiling. I have not asked. You like macaroni and cheese? So listen, my 10-year-old granddaughter, who does not eat. Okay, we've had to find her a, like I drink Boost, she has to drink Lucerne, not Lucerne, the other one. Okay, because we have to give her the vitamins and nutrients, which I have been telling her mother for so long. She's finally getting in vitamins and stuff like that. You know, sometimes kids listen to you when they have to. Okay, but anyway, she likes my macaroni and cheese. So when she comes over the house, I make her macaroni and cheese because it's creamy and everything like that. And then off to the left, she likes these corn dogs from, I want to say Dollar General, which makes me kind of, but she doesn't eat anything, so you have to give her what she eats. Okay? Her meal yesterday, because I said when we went and got them meals, okay, we got her and her sister. Okay? Her meal was a shake, which is a milkshake, which does have its vitamins and stuff in it and everything like that. Of course, if it was homemade, it would be different. And French fries. That's her meal. But you know, that's what she eats. So I forgot what I just bought it too. Anyway, now I'm gonna go check on the rice. I'll be right back. Play nicely with one another. No hitting, no biting, no scratching, no pinching, no punching, and no kicking. Keep your feet to yourself. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's follow. Okay, so now I'm gonna make me some more coffee by request. Okay, go ahead, honey. You gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. You know, you can't stay forever. I'm gonna be going off in a minute anyway, but I'm gonna make some more coffee first, if I can. Now, here we go. Watch me make coffee. Put it right in the same container, too. I put some water in here. Ah. Tiffany, I gotta ask you something when I come back to the camera, too. I hope you're still there. Come on. These are all my Tiranis. This is vanilla bean. I'm like a kid in a candy store waiting for the candy to be made or something. When it comes to coffee, so it's perking. So Tiffany, what is your background? And the reason why I ask is because I want some of your recipes. I'm not Filipino, but two of my aunts married Filipinos. I think I told you that before. I don't know whether I did or not. So I have cousins that are half Filipino. So they've been teaching me recipes like sotahang and all this other kind of stuff, of which I made for my birthday party, which I did not tape it. I'm sorry, I forgot because I had so many people here. Okay. So having said that, my coffee's ready. Wait right here, I'll be right back. I'm telling you, getting up on these knees sometimes. But I do it though. All right, so Tiffany, I just want to know, because like I said, my cousins were Filipino. One of my sister-in-laws was Japanese, the other one was Korean. So I have a lot of their recipes because they're now deceased, because they're all much older than I am. So they'd have been like, I know my sister-in-law, Tomoko, would have been, if I'm not mistaken, she would have been in her late 80s, had she have lived. She was so much fun. You're Korean. Oh, my sister-in-law is Korean. Don't ask me where she was from because I was little, but when she used to cook, oh my God, the room smelled like Christmas to me. I loved her food. And I didn't get any of her recipes because she I don't know what happened. She died like sudden at the age of like 35 or something like that. And I think I was just newly married then, because and I liked her. I loved her. She was so nice to me. So nice. So Tiffany, when we get a chance, let's exchange recipes so that when Mike gets better and everything like that, and you come here, or I come there. See, my only problem is I'd have been in California because I have plenty of relatives in California, but I can't fly because my feet keep swelling up, okay? And they gave me some water pills to take, but I'm only taking them once a week because that's like taking a vacuum cleaner, putting it inside your throat, and sucking everything out. I mean, I already have dry mouth syndrome, okay? Okay, I already have dry mouth syndrome, okay? Hence, the teeth that I've lost and the cracked lips and all this other kind of stuff that I try to keep lubricated and stuff like that. So I only take it once a week because it completely dries me out. So you think I'm dehydrated before that? Oh, there's not enough water on the planet. But yeah, we have to. So as soon as we can get, and I'm not going to say that, I'm going to say that I'm going to get my feet down. You will. You don't have to be religious to pray. Just pray about it. Pray about everything. Just ask the Creator, however you believe in Him, to do His work. And He will do it. You just have to believe. You have to believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Michael, this is for you. All right? You are going to get well. but things keep telling you in your head that you're not, tell them they're a liar, that you're going to get well, that you're going to get out of that bed and you're going to go back to work. You didn't just get that job just to get it. You got that job to survive and learn and grow and possibly go out into space. I really don't know. All I know is you work for a space thing. I don't know what it is. Just like I don't know what my granddaughter does either. And she's a scientist, biochemist, if you will. Okay? I don't know what biochemistry is. All I know is that, like that same thing I'm telling you and Tiffany is the same thing I'm telling my granddaughter, go be and do. And don't let all the little negative forces and the things that happen to you, they happen. That's just it. They happen. But you can still do it. You can still achieve it. Because I'd love to see space. Is it SpaceX, right? Yeah, because I know it's tough. And I know, Michael, because when I had the stroke, I was laid out for a long time. And I kept telling myself, I'm going back to work, I'm going back to work. And even my two daughters said, Joey always was like me. He was like a tra-la-la-la, it happened, I'm going to go be fine. But the two girls were like, no, you're not, Mom. And I'm like, don't say that, because I am going to. I had the stroke in March, I was back to work in the middle of May, even though school ended in June, okay, I still went back to work, okay? I was not going to let anything down. But I'd love to see SpaceX. I don't know whether I can actually go or not, but if I come out there, that's what I would like to do. I would like to see SpaceX. I don't know whether they go out to space or whether they create things or whatever, but I just want to see it. I want to be able to do things. So that's the next thing, okay? I am going to, my feet are going to stop swelling. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but there are all kinds of herbs and stuff that I know about that I can probably take and stuff like that. I just have to think about it and pray about it. So with that all being said, I am going to get off for a little while, clean up, because, all right, I know some of you all like to watch people clean up. I don't know why. But I don't like watching it, and I don't like you watching me. I like cleaning up and getting the dishes done and everything like that for the next go round. So I'll be back on. Now, if I decide to do peach cobbler, I'm going to be back on when dinner is cooked. If I decide to do peach cobbler, I will come on and we will do the process together. Okay? I love you all. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Hold your family close. Happy Sunday. Enjoy your day. Michael, think positive. Michael, you are going to be well. Okay? Maybe not the well that you had before, but whatever well it is, take it and work with it. Fight it. Okay? Exercise. Do whatever the doctors tell you to do. And then do, maybe go to an herbalist, a Chinese herbalist, because you've got a whole bunch of herbalists out there. I know he's trying, but he's got to get rid of those negative things in his head, because I had them. It's like, oh, you're an old lady, you're down. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Fight it. Tooth and nail. Fight tooth and nail, so you can go back to where you were. Love you all. Take care. Take care, Tiffany and Michael. Love you. Hugs to you. Hugs to everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.